Hey there, welcome back. I have a random question for you this episode, and hopefully it will be answered before the end of the episode. But first of all, this place looks so much better now. I can build more things. I can probably put up another farm somewhere in here. All of this empty space, what do I do with it? I would love to kickstart this episode off with building some more of these little pipes. I'm going to get all of the items from the farming area going automatically into the item sorter. On that item sorter, look at all these shulker boxes I've got now. I think this is basically all of them, and these as well. I wasn't expecting this, but damn, did that take a long time for all those items to sort through. It was excruciating. I think it was about 2 days of just pure AFKing, and I'm pretty sure I lost a bunch of items. It was pretty close to the end of the water stream. There was a lot of items that hadn't been sorted, so I'm pretty positive that I lost some good stuff. But whatever, it's okay. Everything is at least sorted into some kind of a functional method. Like we've got all of our wools, all of our concretes. The biggest foresight I had was thinking that this was going to be anywhere near enough to get all of the items sorted that I wanted to get sorted. It was absolutely not even close to enough. But what I did to solve the problem was I created an extra little spot underneath. This is completely unmade up, undecorated. There is like no decoration in here whatsoever, but it has given me a good twice as many chests as I had originally upstairs. And even with all of this, I have left a bunch of space at the back there, so I can keep mining out and then adding more chests for stuff. And over here we do have our overflow chests. I thought that 4 or 5 was going to be enough for it, but it wasn't. So there is an abomination happening down here. Just don't look too hard and you won't see it. I've just been wondering, how do you retain audience attention throughout a video? Do you just do really strange cuts between locations? Maybe perform the fastest time lapse that you have ever seen in your life? With an end result that's not even finished? Or perhaps it's simpler than that. Perhaps people just love to see you die by, say, falling into a giant hole? Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. that would be silly. Maybe it's from doing 6 stunts, like going into it. I said maybe it's from doing 6 stunts, like going into a 1x. I said maybe it's by doing 6 stunts, like going into a 2x1. Yeah, so that wasn't very effective. Do we just love to see things in a bit of a random order? Ooh, green wool. Ooh, green wool. Ooh, purple wool. But I also do have to... Okay, I'm stuck in here. But I also do have to get things done. How do I get out? Or looking from a lighthouse at the things you've created. I do also need to get things done, so we can't spend all day just ending up in random places, like inside a tree, on top of a random mountain, standing next to a goat. Every now and then, sacrifices do have to be made. So let's try something new this episode, but I don't really want to give away exactly what I'm planning to do. Obviously, you might already have got a snippet of it. Also, I finished this. I don't know if you were interested, but it's finished now. And this was very complicated, okay? I'll have you know, this was very complicated. I definitely had to use a good portion of my brain just to get this one sorted out. I didn't want to just put all of the items from the mobs straight into the item system, because it definitely would have got full really quickly. So I decided that with the string, I could just turn it into wool, and then it can go into the wool section. Saved a bunch of string space, didn't it? Yeah, thought it was a good idea. But also, I don't really need bones, so I thought that with the bones, turn it into compost, and then I turn the compost into bone blocks. Because for some reason, you have to turn bones into compost before you turn it into... But anyway, it doesn't matter. They get spat out from these guys into the water stream, and then they carry on through, and you know how it goes. Through the white water. Not very impressive, but you know, I thought I'd mention it for you little smarty pants in there. That's cactus, by the way. I do have to get all the iron going in there as well, but again, iron is one of those things where, yeah, this kind of takes up a lot of space. And I could definitely decrease the size of this by turning it into iron blocks before it gets into the item sorting system. As soon as I get this piped up, maybe we can stop wasting all of that iron, because that's bad. Wasting iron is bad. And that's cactus, by the way. Looks like we're wasting it. Wasting cactus is rude, not only to ourselves, but also to the Cactus Society. Go, Cactus! Be free! Hey, psst! Have I told you? Destruction is fun. In the world of Minecraft, I have really discovered that it's super important that whenever you get items, you always have to hold them in a chest. Keep them forever, never let them go. Hoard, hoard, hoard. Okay? Whoopsie daisy. Whoopsie daisy. But seriously, we're gonna keep all of this stuff because we really do need all of these flowers. They make fantastic dye, of course. And yeah, we're just gonna keep them all. Oh, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. Now, of course, we do not want to get rid of all of our iron. We do actually need our iron. So I'm gonna get a few shulker boxes. We could put our iron into the shulker boxes, and then, you know, everything else is basically trash. Okay, 4 shulker boxes. There should be enough for what we have over here. And then, of course, instead of opening each one of those boxes, we can just empty the boxes out into the world, and then we can pick them all up and pop them into the chests. Just kidding, we're gonna burn it all. That was a lot of iron I just burnt. Did you enjoy that? Did you enjoy that? I wasn't really getting rid of all of that iron. I did hold on to some. We've still got a stack here. Which should now be gone. Look at me, I've glitched Minecraft. How have I done that? You know how? Because I'm a genius. Do you wish that you could have been as smart as me? Breaking the game like that? You don't even know what I did. I've very clearly broken the game. Do you remember in one of the first few episodes when I drew up this board? Check it out. Mob farm completed. Bamboo farm it's still in progress. Iron farm, mate, look at that. Look at that whopper. Dye farm. Oh yeah, I did a dye farm somewhere over there somewhere. Yeah. Wool farm. Oh, look at that beauty. And villages. Completely done. Completely finished. Not a single thing on this board that I have not completed. Oh. This is what we call an expert Minecrafter. Being able to complete all of their tasks. And you know what? Since it's completed, well, we don't really need the board anymore, do we? So let's get rid of that. I don't have a flint and steel, otherwise I'd burn it. Hey, little kitty cat. Hi there. Just kidding. I'm not gonna kill the cat. I really do have to finish this line though. We need to get this iron going into our item sorting system. It's quite an important resource, and let's do something with the flowers. And of course I'm a Minecraft professional, that's why it's already completed before your eyes. This was another tricky one, because I did have to do some finagling underneath here. We do have our iron getting transformed into iron blocks, and I had to put an item sorter in just so I could get the flowers out of the system so that they also didn't turn into iron blocks, because flowers don't turn into iron blocks. Anyway, now my flowers are over here and they're getting shot up through one of these holes in the ground. Yeah, that one there. They're getting shot up right through here, and you can see them coming up straight out of that little block there. Because they're special, and for no other reason. Let's watch that one more time. There it goes. Beautiful. Goodbye, flowers. And while you weren't looking, I also came over here. Ooh, whoa, okay. Okay. And while you weren't looking, I also came over here and did this one, which is my I don't know farm. Wahoo! This is not good weather. Anyway, I think this is my slime farm. Yeah, slime farm. Yeah, it is. It's the slime farm. Slimes come up, they go into the hoppers, they get turned into slime blocks, and then they go down the stream. Same as usual. And over here, I also did finish the wool farm. Now you can see my wool is happily traveling down the stream of life all the way to the item sorter, which is great. What's not so great is that I did remove all of the chests that were here kind of around this area that had a bunch of wool in them. Great news is, look what I found. Yeah, That's right. I found my sword that had been lost for ages. I think I did mention in another episode that it will probably turn up somewhere when I was cleaning this area here. It didn't show up. It did show up when I made a huge mess on the ground with some wool and then accidentally put it into one of the shulker boxes. So, fantastic. I have got my sword back. I think I should have two. Not sure what the second one is though. Maybe I lost that one somewhere else. Or maybe I just made one. It is very stormy out here. Let me just sleep. Now, an issue I did have with all the wool that I got rid of was, well, if you can remember how many shulker boxes I had here, that might give you a little bit of an idea of what really happened. And this is probably going to take a long time to go through. We've got at least 3 hoppers down there that are currently full of shulker boxes as well. And every single one of these is basically full of wool. I think most of them have a full 27 stacks. Some of them don't, but the vast majority of them have. This is probably going to be at least another 2 days of AFKing. And I really hope that I have enough chests for them and that my item sort of doesn't break while it's trying to sort all of these items out. Let's just check that red one. That's concrete. That's not wool. Let's go try the red wool. Still functioning. Fantastic. I am a little bit worried after the few incidences that I did have with my item sorter that it might break on me. So fingers crossed that it doesn't break this time. This is a sheep, by the way. Did I ever show you this? Anyway, it's not important right now. Oh my gosh, it's a pig. And here's my dye farm that I made, that I was talking about earlier. See, I did make it. All you little non-believers out there, hey? Now you can believe me because here it is. There is one thing I have really wanted to do for a little while now, and that is get this out of here. Also, you could be happy to know that I have started my next little chest monster already, and it is starting to look pretty good. Some of these are empty, and it does appear that I have started a cat farm as well. I'm really not sure when I accumulated so many of them, but they do just kind of keep multiplying. Oh no. That's another sheep, by the way. I have removed the nether portal from its original home and I have replaced it somewhere else. Can you guess where I might have put it? Okay, be honest. Did I make you think for a second that I put it in the library? Well, that's good because it turns out I haven't put it in the library at all. It's not in here. There's just books in here. I will admit though, I did ponder whether or not I should put it in the library. But ultimately, I decided that I wanted it to be more on display. Let's fly off into the distance and turn around and check out what I have done with the nether portal. Yep. This is it. Oh, and it looks really good at nighttime too. But let me sleep so we can get a better picture of it in the day. And if we fly in from our farming district, can see that it does kind of stand out a little bit from everything else around it, but it's dark enough that it kind of blends into the environment. This is the new nether portal. If we take a closer look, you can see we've got some purple glass scattered about the place. I wanted kind of an effect of like, hey, this portal has just kind of appeared here. I had an iteration of this prior to this iteration, and I think that it kind of demonstrated more the teleporting nature that I had intended, but I changed it, and since I changed it, I haven't gone back and switched it back. So I'm going to leave it like this, but I may actually end up changing it back to the original way that I had it before. But we can see that if we look closely, we've got some of those nether blocks coming out of the nether portal, and I've kind of divided them into the red side and the blue side to add a little bit more depth into the characteristics of each block. And you can see around the backside, it's a little bit more plain back here. This is probably not going to be the central location you're going to be looking at it in, and I do plan on putting something else kind of in this area here. But I have tried giving off the effect that like the nether is kind of encroaching onto the land around the portal, taking over little bit by little bit, spreading out towards the edges and kind of obscuring in with the environment later on. Now, I haven't actually gone through this portal yet, so I'm not sure whether or not this ended up linking up. But my old portal was just there, and I think there shouldn't be an issue with the portals linking. If they don't link up, it's probably not a big issue. because I doubt that this will be so far away from my original spot that I'll forget where everything is. But let's go have a quick look and see where we end up. Oh, hello. Okay, that was a surprise. He hit me right off the bat. And now I'm in a tree. Okay, that was weird. I almost thought that I was getting suffocated or something. Where did he go? We even got cows in here now. Did I fly far enough away that he despawned? Where are you, little guy? Is that him? Did I see him? Oh, there he is. Let's just deal with him. Wait, did I get him? Is he gone? Yeah, he's gone. Good. Well, good news. It does look like the portals have actually completely linked up, so no issues there. But there is actually a little bit more I have been doing. I really wanted to decorate out the front of the item sorter, with the door being kind of made out of stony blocks. I wanted to try and make it a little bit more in tune with the area around it. So I've added some random block pillars around the place, just to kind of give this hillside a bit more of a rocky landscape. And I think just by doing that, you can see the door, it's almost completely obscured. I don't think you would know it was there unless you knew it was there. Unfortunately, I think we all know it's there, so it kind of sticks out like a sore thumb, but if you didn't know it was there, I don't know that you would realize that there was something you could walk into. This one actually did take me quite a while to do as well. It does look a little bit messy, but it is meant to. I'm going to continue this design around the rest of the side of the mountain. I'm also going to remove some of the trees up the top there, and then plant some of my own trees. You can see this is an abomination that I decided to put in. That's probably going to go, but I just wanted to know what it would look like if there were trees scattered around. And I think these kind of smaller trees will fit in quite nicely with some of these rocky outcrop, and just bring the place a little bit more together with the rest of the landscape around it. And let's do a bit of an update. It's been, it's been a good couple of days maybe since I put all of these sugar boxes worth of wool into the item sorter, and we are still not really close to finished. I think I've removed a few chests out of here. I think we had a whole extra row and a bit full of chests. That is what has been sorted so far, and luckily the item sorter hasn't broken, but I did have to add some more chests all the way down at the end because we were running out of space here. We backed up to the second box here, so I did just add like 3 or 4 more chests down the bottom there. A few more dump chests just to make sure that we're not overloading the item sorter and not losing a bunch of items unnecessarily. And you can see that some of the wool actually hasn't made it into the item sorting system, which tells me that sometimes the way that Minecraft works, some blocks don't end up in hoppers. So I will end up having to put most of these items, put them through the system all over again. And I mean, just with these, this is a lot of items to have to go through again. And I am going to add some more chests down the end. I want to get things like stairs and slabs and things like that. I want to give them proper place. You can see I've got a few slabs here, but they're kind of spread out all over the place, and I don't like the blocks being spread like this. So I think that I'm going to spend 5 or 6 hours re-sorting out the sorting system to put the blocks in the places that makes the most sense. In this episode, we've actually got quite a lot of stuff done. We've completed off the vast majority of the item sorting system. We've added pipes for all of our current farms to make them all go straight into the item sorting system. And we've removed some of the chest monsters that we've had around the place, collecting all the items. We've tidied up this area significantly, but there is still a little bit to do. And we've got the nether portal now. I really like this nether portal. I'm super happy with how it came out, and we've done a little bit of landscaping around the outside of our item sorting system. So things are definitely starting to come along quite nicely. And I do have a couple of good plans for the next episode. Hey, this looks really cool. I've never looked at the side pan before, but it kind of looks like the bottom of a swimming pool, or like the bottom of a lake or something. Anyway, I do have a couple of ideas for the next episode, and I really can't wait to get into it. That's all for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a bit of a wild journey, and maybe I'll try something slightly different for the next one. Okay? Anyway, glad to see you. Please subscribe. Would be really helpful. Catch you later.